Good afternoon, family. It's your buddy, the 14th Prime, and today we are going to look at, now, mind you, hold on, before we even get started. First of all, I don't really do reviews. I usually just turn the camera on and start talking about an episode or a toy I got or something, or just something Transformers related. Today's a little different. Today, I do want to show you why. Now, let me just say this. Here's my old Powerglide. Again, shout out to Botbender Orange. He sent this to me a couple of years ago. Because I was trying to complete the mini bots early. I do have the original G1 Swerve. I will be picking him up. He'll be here, I'm not sure. Amazon said May 1st, something like that. Liege Maximo was ordered, and I'll just have to wait for him to arrive. I did not find him in the multiple Walmarts and Targets that I went to. Now, back to Powerglide. This is the original one that I had. You can see he's been through something. And actually, I think this is the Titans Return version, which he was great for as long as he stood still. And then you get this one. Now, mind you, he's a little bit shorter, just a little bit, but like the head sculpt is spot on, the face is spot on. There's no white around the Autobot symbol. Everything about the new one. So love you, but you got to go. And then the fact that you have his heart, and they painted it. Like, come on, man. That alone makes it worth it to me. He does come with his mask. From Hoist Goes to Hollywood. Shout out to my homie in the comments that was like, bro, the Hollywood episode you talking about is Hoist Goes to Hollywood. What you do with him is you can spin his face around inside of there. See that? You can spin his little face all the way around. Pull that up first to unlock it. And then you can just squeeze a little mask right in there in the slots, and boom, you have it. This, like if I still was doing stop motions every day of my life, like I was 7-8 years ago, that definitely would have been a plus for me, because I'd have done that episode and bought Hoist and everybody else off of eBay if I didn't have them at the time, just to be able to do that. But I tell you what, this one, it's smooth, it's stiff, and at the same time, it's a little too stiff. These thrusters right here, they go up on a hinge. But there you go. I successfully was able to do it that time. Let's see if I can do that. Now, and this part will stick in your finger. But when you just rock it a little bit, there, it goes up. Look at that. And then you can basically just go from there with the transformation. And again, I gotta admit, he had turned out to be way more fun than I anticipated. And like the transformation is simple yet involved, I'll say. Like just being able to pull all that. It's like they took the old one again and just said, let's make this better. And they did in every form of the word. So just from there, you can put his little gun on top. And it's basically the same exact transformation, just like I said, a whole lot better. Flip his little hands in. And I know, I'm sorry for the short. I just went ahead and uploaded it. Did not check the sound, how loud that song was playing. But hey, y'all got the point. But this guy, like the only part that was really like not confusing, but kind of harder to do was getting that part. The arm has to go exactly in this manner in order to make the thruster fit with the wing right there. And you'll know when you got it because it'll line up just right. Like that angle has to be on. There you go. So the arm has to be like that in order to achieve that transformation. So you spin around this one again and then push it down. You'll hear a soft click. And then just line everything up. And you've got a very, very accurate, beautiful Powerglide. Like even from the bottom, that's awesome. I really, 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 fold that down. That's supposed to be folded down the foot peg. Yeah, that's so awesome. He's so awesome. I really, really like him. I can't wait to put him with the rest of the mini bots. I am, like I said, going to get the regular Swerve, the new one, to fit, because that would complete all of them. I got pipes, huffer, Swerve, tailgate. I mean, tailgate, wind charger, huffer, gears, outback, Cosmos. Yeah, everybody but Swerve. So also, I wanted to show y'all this too from yesterday's short. Cranix, one of the cleanest. Look at that. There's no kibble whatsoever. And yes, I do remember in the comic book, as everyone mentioned, he did have a robot mode, a jet mode in the comic. I actually think, I'm not going to dig for it right now, because that might be up in the attic, but in my box of things in the attic, I think I have a couple of those early Marvel comics that showed him. And anyway, you can look it up online if you don't feel like doing all that. But Cranix, again, another toy that really surprised me. Like I said, I've always wanted Cranix ever since the movie. You know what I mean? How could you not? He's very iconic because that he kicked off the movie. One of the things that I was always so confused about was, I guess in my head, I thought that Quintessa was inside of Unicron. I'm saying back then as a kid. Obviously, I know now. But yeah, I thought, watching the show back then or whatever, watching the movie back then, that they all got sucked into Unicron, and that is where the pit of judgment was. It wasn't until later on in life that I realized that no, they actually escaped, but then got caught. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot. It's a lot that went on with that awesome show. But yeah, like just being able to finally have a toy of Cranix that is transformable, into his robot mode and into the ship. The fact that we get the ship that he turns into his spaceship from the comic is just awesome. It really is. Like that Hasbro, you keep doing stuff like this, these obscure characters that popped up, just like how Swerve only had one line in the whole show, I believe. I'm almost certain he only had one line in the entire show, but he's still so very important because he's a part of, the mini bots. And if Hasbro keeps on going in this direction, like doing toys of characters that, were very iconic, or the ones that you definitely have to have, this is going to be another good run. It's going to be another good run. But playing with these and like just the way that they were able to capture everything, like, I don't know. They nailed it on the head sculpt. I can't wait for them to do Obulus, because they said that he definitely would be next as far as this. Now, again, what year? I have no idea. None whatsoever. But it's going to be a very good year for us. Oh, whoops. As I popped out that piece that was not supposed to pop out. But yeah, so let me know in the comments, do you plan on picking up any of these if you see them in your Walmart? Because, they're popping up. They're definitely popping up, but it's just a matter of, what time you go to Walmart. And, that's the thing, is that even though they're popping up everywhere, you just got to be super duper on time. Like, it's either early in the morning when they're taking them out, or in the evening, or, you know what I mean? There we go. Or in the evenings, when the people are doing putting the stuff up. I'm still looking for Liege, obviously, but like I said, he'll be here via delivery. Yeah, that was a failed attempt. I really thought that I was going to be able to find him this weekend on that mad toy hunt that I made my son go along with. But, things happen. And like I said, I'll find him. I will find him. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's your buddy, the 14th Prime. I am going to play with Cranix a little bit more and get his transformation down pat so that when I do the stop motion to Obulus look, it's Unicron, everything works out the way I planned. So anyway, let me know down in the comments, do you plan on picking these guys up? And if so, what in the world have I done? There we go. Yeah, and if so, let me know in the comments. Who do you plan on getting? Who you plan on picking up? Who you looking for? The same old that I always ask you. Man, a little ship. Oh, this is so precious. But yeah, Cranix will stay in his robot mode for the most part because that's how I need him. And with him, getting him to lock into place without breaking it. There we go. There we go. This part is so stiff on the arm, but when you get it back, there you go. And then flip out those little side pieces. Yeah. I was having an issue. I was scared to fold it because for a brief moment I thought that is not going to work. But yeah, and then turn the little feet, and you've got this cute little Cybertronian jet of him. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you plan on picking up Cranix? Do you plan on picking up Powerglide, Swerve, and the rest of the gang? Let me know. Let me know. You all have a wonderful, wonderful Monday evening. Like I said, I'm trying to do that stop motion as soon as dinner's over with. So, but at the same time, it's a beautiful day, and my wife wants to plant flowers out back. So hopefully I can get all that taken care of and come right on back and we can discuss a little bit more. Y'all have a wonderful evening.